Let me just have a look at your word count. Okay, oh great, good word count. Yeah, this is good. I like the description of here, but you need to talk about the director here. It's not enough about Fincher. Okay, you remember this is all organised and delivered by the director. So there's a name for what these points of light are in eyes. Yeah. Have a look for that. Okay. It's not about you creating something. It's Fincher has created an image, a beautiful image that is works in contrast to the horrible event, or is almost contrapuntal to the horror of the event. Yeah. When you say posting the gun, what does that mean? A bit earlier, you said talk about him posting the gun.
It could be a typo.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Drops the bombshell is too slang. Don't use that. What has just been said here. Yeah. What is interesting at this point is that Fincher uses only, the camera is in Fincher's control. You might as well talk about him, and the editor's control. This is quite derivative of the every frame of painting analysis.
What does derivative mean?
It means it's kind of, there's material here that I recognise from...
Yeah, I use inspiration.
Yeah, okay. You just have to be careful not to... So that little bit about that is quite close to what Michael Toy says about it. Clavis, do your own work.
Should I sort of change it a bit?
That's right at the moment. I'll have a look at it again to remind myself before I mark it. The music notes descend down in what? In pitch?
Just the notes, like, descend.
Descend where? Do you mean pitch? No.
Yeah.
Okay, you need to say pitch then. Okay. Not in tempo.
No.
That is not a film. That's not an A-grade film sentence. You need to look at that and think about how you can phrase that better.
Yeah.
The classic da da da.
I just don't really know how to say that.
Then do some. Okay. Look at it again, because that doesn't do you any favors. That sentence. Brad Pitt is not Brad Pitt, is it?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Mills.
Yeah. To start talking about an actor in there, it just shows that you're confusing the two. And again, it's not a high grade film student doesn't do that. The camera follows his face as he looks down. What does that mean?
I don't really know how to say that. It was like,
is it a point of view shot?
Down, it goes like down and up.
And
like,
did we not talk about what that shot is? That's a pan shot. What's an up or down shot called?
I forgot.
Tilt.
Okay.
The camera tilts. Yeah.
That was wrong. That single frame insertion thing.
Yeah.
It's the wrong term.
Okay. Well, I'll find the right term. We only see his wife's head in this frame, which forces the audience's focus or imagination towards what is in the box. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that horrible contrast between, oh yeah, this is what she looked like. Oh, what's in the box? What does that look like?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this bit about we see a close-up of the gun. Do we not need a narrative fill-in here that he's going to shoot him? Do we know where has he pulled the gun? Okay, here. Right, you need to say something about how at this stage the audience are asking themselves, is he going to shoot her? Kai, you need to be working on your own work. No, your own work. Sorry, Ghazala, I'll be with you in a sec.
I just have a quick question.
What?
The camera, when it kind of comes down, it kind of shows.
Crane shot, like it's on a crane.
Because it comes down and it kind of moves forward.
Yeah, you can talk about it as a crane shot. All the frames, the characters placed in the middle?
Yeah, I look back at it, it was more or less like that. Like more or less. Like in that kind of...
But don't say things that are not true. Okay? So in many frames, in many of the shots,
yeah,
the character is framed in the center of the screen, or in the center of the frame. Don't say in all the frames, because that's not true. Yeah? So be specific. The more specific you are, the higher the mark you're gonna get. You need to be forensic about this. Yeah? If you make statements that are kind of you're not gonna get the marks. All right? Okay, so this to me is just from the Every Frame a Painting, where we're talking about breaking the intimate triangle.
Yeah.
It's not to say it's wrong.
Can I not use that?
Huh?
Because I watched that video like before I did this.
No, but that doesn't...
I didn't know I was going to choose 7, but I thought...
Well, you can reference it if you wanted to. You could say, in Michael, whatever his name is, film essay on David Fincher, he describes this as being... So you can say, oh yeah, I know that this guy has said this about it, and I think this is interesting. Yeah?
Okay.
That might be the way to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is to show that Mills has no purpose now, and he is walking away into nothing. This bird's eye view, this God, what do we call it? God's eye view shot connotes that rather than shows that. We don't know he has no purpose now. What it does is it makes him seem isolated. And, again, do you know he's got no purpose and he's lost everything? Well, actually, there could be a piece after the titles where we show him restored. He's suddenly found a new wife and he's happy. So it suggests, it doesn't show. Yeah? Okay, and this, I see what you're saying here. I would say many of his films have sad endings, such as Memento, whatever it might be. So name the films. He's a director who's interested in the tragic, and a protagonist who the audience watch the protagonist suffer pain and sees them coming to their downfall, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, but I'm giving you a hard time about it, but hang on, I'll say this on here. But it's actually very good. You just need to polish it up.
Yeah.
All right?
When's the real thing due?
Well, Friday. You've done your first draft now, so you're fine.
Like in the final date.